Good evening, good evening, good evening, good folks. It is I, yours truly, once again. It's your man Yosef X. Let's see. I hope everything is well with y'all. It's been a long time since I have done any kind of live videos such as this. I'm gonna wait a few minutes for y'all to come on in here. Hey, Sister Israel, what's good? Thanks for joining us tonight. I ain't gonna be on long, but I just felt like coming on here right quick after a long day and back to the grind tomorrow. But I hope everything is well with you and your family. It's freezing cold outside. Yeah, I'm gonna wait maybe about a minute or two more. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and say what needs to be said. I am definitely will not be on the air for very much longer. Good grief, -3 degrees. Good grief. Sheesh. Where are you? Where are you and your family staying? Where are you and your family located? Because here in New York, it's 25 degrees, but it feels like it's 14 here. -3 degrees. Good grief. You're below zero. That's got to be near Detroit, Chicago, the state of Minnesota. I was getting ready to say Minnesota. Okay, 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 okay. All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and say what needs to be said because I know we all got to get ready for work tomorrow. So I'm gonna keep this simple. I'm gonna keep it short, and I'm gonna keep it sweet. And for everybody else that wants to watch it, do whatever you want. You want to listen to it, it's all good, whatever. But I want to say tonight, what's good, brother Barron? Thanks for joining the fray. I appreciate it. I hope you and the family are staying warm and y'all are staying safe. Let me say this right quick. I'm seeing more and more people, no matter where you are, people are afraid of letting people go. People are afraid of outgrowing people. Let me tell you something. Stop being afraid of outgrowing people. The reality of the matter is this: all of us in the world, all of us in the world are not designed or geared to be with each other forever at this point. It is a rare commodity where you're able to find real friendship. It is. It's a rare commodity where you're able to find real friends, real friends, and have real friendships. I've come to the realization in my 40 years of life that sometimes we outgrow people. I outgrow people. People outgrow me because all of us are on totally different journeys. All of us are. There comes a time in everybody's life where you have just got to say enough is enough, especially when you know for a fact that man or that woman is not being a blessing to you in your life at this juncture in your life. You've got to learn to let people go. There are so many possibilities within you, within yourself. You just have got to let people go. I don't care who you are or what you do. And part of the reason why a lot of y'all are still holding on to people is because you're operating off of wishful thinking. And when you operate off of wishful thinking, you are doing a terrible disservice to yourself. There comes a point in your life where if you know for a fact that you don't see yourself having a future with somebody, whether it's romantic or just friendship, let that person go. Because whether you are aware of it or not, a lot of times you have already outgrown people before you actually came into contact with the person in the first place. And I ain't just talking about outgrowing people on social media. I'm talking about outgrowing people in real life, whether it's social media or not. Let people go. Do you know how many blessings and miracles and breakthroughs the Most High wants to give you, but you still holding on to that person that have served their purpose in your life? Man or woman, melanin or non-melanin, don't matter. You are destroying your greatest potential by not letting people go. And the very people that you are afraid of letting go, they wouldn't hesitate to drop you at the drop of a dime. And like Brother Barrett attested to, a lot of y'all are just scared to be alone. What you scared of being alone for? Why are you afraid to be alone? There comes a time in your life where you have to be alone. There comes a time in every person's life where you have to have a season where it's just the Most High and you. I want you to listen to me. But as a matter of fact, don't listen to me. I want you to listen to the Holy Spirit. Learn to let people go. Learn to let them go. And see, it ain't a matter of whether or not a person is trifling or not. Sometimes, a good man or a good woman, they're good hearted and they're good people, but they've served a purpose in your life, or you served a purpose in their life. Let them go. Let them go. Stop putting lifetime expectations on people that were supposed to be with you only for a short period of time. I had to learn that myself. You putting lifetime expectations on people that's seasonal. That's not healthy. You feel me? That's not healthy at all. That ain't helping you. It's draining you. It's killing you slowly on the inside. You can come up with a whole trillion and one reasons why you can't let that person go. But it takes one or two, possibly even three special and specific reasons why you got to let them go tonight. Learn to let people go. Don't be afraid. Stop being afraid of outgrowing people. Because I tell you something, the very people you are afraid of outgrowing, if given the opportunity that a lot of you have, they would drop you like a hot potato. Because we're living in such evil and wicked times where the majority of people, they just don't care. You ought to be glad that man let you go. You ought to be glad that woman let you go. They did you a favor. And see, a lot of y'all really ain't in no relationships. You really are in a situationship because you ain't got feelings for that man. You ain't got no feelings for that woman. Either they're a placeholder or you are a placeholder, and you know this. It's the truth. And if you are a believer, guess what? And you praying, part of the reason why your prayers ain't being answered is because you praying the wrong prayers. You're not being honest with the Most High, and you ain't being honest with yourself. For a lot of us, this is the season of new beginnings for a lot of us. And that season of new beginnings begins with you letting that person go. Now, I ain't saying it's easy to let them go. I ain't saying it's a walk in the park, because it's not. Especially when you become accustomed and you've gotten comfortable with being a placeholder. But there's so many more blessings and miracles and breakthroughs the Most High has for you, but you got to make that first step. It takes strength and it takes courage to do what I'm saying. Stop being afraid of letting people go. Listen, life is about growth. Life is about progression. Life is about discovery. You get all the information and all the education and all the wisdom you get from one another. Then when it's time to let them go, let them go. You are the reason why you have not been recipients of the blessings the Most High has for you. You are your own hindrance. Some of y'all are only placeholders. Y'all are desperate to be in relationships and marriages. You knowing good and hell well you ain't ready for no relationship or marriages. Come on. Learn to stop being afraid to outgrow people. Sometimes it takes that. Sometimes it takes that. Sister Israel says there is nothing wrong with being alone and by yourself. Way before I got married, when I was with my son's dad, he didn't treat me right. And the minute that I decided that enough was enough and I packed myself up and left, I and didn't look back. The Most High opened doors up and started blessing me. I'm talking about even. See, it takes that. It takes that. It takes that. It takes that. Naughty, what's good? Love the one you are with. No more selfish. No more selfishness. Love. You continue. How will people multiply if they are alone? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you need to be alone. Now, I'm not saying necessarily you do or anybody else that's listening needs to be alone, but I'm talking about in general. How in the hell fact do you expect to the word you use multiply if you yourself are not healthy mentally and emotionally and you carrying trauma into the next relationship or the next marriage? Look, when you outgrow people, it's not the end of the world. It's a new beginning for you, and it's a new beginning for that person. And see, here's something else too. See, look, no, not what I'm not gonna let you do. We're not gonna go there, because this is what I'm saying. The reality of the matter is simply this: people focus on what other people are doing. You need to focus on what you need to do for you. Part of the problem with people in general, right? Part of the problem with people in general is that they are focused on what other people are doing instead of focusing on what they need to do to help themselves. Now, if I've been off topic a little bit, I do apologize. You have also heard me say before, time and time again, that this is the era of separation because the Most High Himself is separating the sheep from the goats, the wheat from the tares. Stop focusing on what people need to do. You need to focus on you. Now, I know for a fact that I'm not a guru when it comes down to adulthood. I'm only speaking from the perspective of the things that I've lived through. I've seen, I've heard, I've felt what other people have shared with me. It's gotten to the point that you know deep within yourself that before you shake hands with just about anybody, whether it's romantic, professional, or otherwise, before you shake hands with anybody, chances are you have already outgrown them before you even said, nice to meet you. If you know for a fact that within yourself that the Most High is taking you on a different path, a different journey altogether, do not, under any circumstances, do not reject the path the Most High is taking you. Trust the process. Trust the process because every trial and tribulation is not divine punishment, it's divine preparation. Because I'll say again, you got people right now that's not afraid that if given a remarkable opportunity to better themselves and it takes them to walk away from you, guess what? The very same things you are afraid of doing to other people, they will do to you at the drop of a dime. And the observations that you made, Sister Nadia, when it comes down to people needing or learning how to control their hormones, that wasn't even what I was discussing. I was talking about people needing to be away from people in general. There are countless of brilliant ideas that all of us have had, and we've told somebody else, right? They may mean well, but they'll talk you out of it. those are the people you need to dismiss. Because those are the very same ones that's too afraid and are too frightened to go out and venture out to become better versions of themselves for themselves. Dismiss them. Let me ask you this. When you wanted to become your own boss, when you wanted to become your own boss, your own supervisor, and you didn't want to answer to nobody else, right? What did you do? Yeah, you had some reservations. You had some fears, but you recognize that courage is not necessarily the absence of fear. It is the presence of fear, yet with the will to press forward. That's what I really mean by stop being afraid to outgrow people. If you have big dreams and you're sharing big dreams with small minded people, dismiss them. Dismiss them. And the very same ones that try to discourage you from becoming um, your own boss, your own supervisor, where are they? They're an afterthought. Yeah, they're an afterthought. Why are they an afterthought? They're an afterthought because you ain't feeling me. You're not getting what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you don't have to answer to people in terms of business. I'm talking about before you got started with your own business and you were telling people that you were associated with what you wanted to do. They told you, no, don't do it. Stay on the job, punch the clock, and make somebody else's dreams come true instead of making your own dreams come true. Now, I'm not saying that you couldn't get the business off the ground because the ones that helped you get your business off the ground, they are like minded with you. I'm talking about those that are not like minded with you. That's what I'm saying. Come on now. Yo, look, let me say this and I'm out of here because I got to go to work in the morning. So do you. Stop being afraid to outgrow people. Letting go is sometimes the best medicine for yourself and nobody else. You know within yourself just how much talent you have and how much potential you have. And if people don't see your worth and they don't see your value, stop trying to convince them to see your worth. That's when you know it's time to let them go because you have outgrown them. When you know you have unlimited potential, when you know for a fact that you have unlimited greatness within yourself and you want to be an inventor of something or you want to be an entrepreneur. And you've heard these words before, but it didn't resonate with you the way it's resonating with you now. Stop being afraid to let people go. You are a leader. You are a natural born leader. And if people can't see your worth and they don't understand your dreams and your goals and ambitions only from their level of understanding, don't even stress yourself trying to get them up or try to bring them up to your level. Forget it. And if by chance they do mature and they do finally understand what you were saying in the first place, cool. But if not, cool. Because at the end of the day, you have got to live with the consequences of your choices. There have been countless people, countless people, countless people that have lived with regret and remorse, and they live resenting people because they listen to the very same people that were naysayers. Outgrow the naysayers. Outgrow those who don't see your vision. Outgrow those who don't see your worth and your value. And get with like-minded people and start to develop your own family and your own tribe, because you can't choose your relatives. You're related to whomever you're related to, but you do have the choice as to relates to who your family is going to be. There's a difference between relatives and family. Relatives you can't choose. Family you can choose. And with that said and done, that's my 2 cents. Y'all have a good night. And I'm going to start doing little short videos like this again pretty soon. I just haven't had the time to do it because I've been dog tired. Y'all have a good night. I say this with the utmost love and respect for all of you. Remember, you are not the opinion of other people. You never have been, and you never will be. So stop listening to the naysayers and stop being afraid of outgrowing people. Stop limiting yourself and choking out your potential. I'm Yosef X. That's my 2 cents. Y'all stay warm out here because it's chilly. Y'all have a good night. Peace. I'm out.